Imagine a world where things talk to, listen to, and observe all of us, where biometric data about us is compiled real time as we eat, sleep, and go about our daily lives. And where devices talk to other devices about our data at speeds beyond human comprehension. That world is today, and our challenge is to reap the benefits of that connected world while ensuring the security of every connection we make. 200 billion. 200 billion is the number of devices predicted to be digitally connected by the year 2020. That's more than 20 devices for every single one of us who'll be on planet Earth by then. What will these 200 billion devices be doing? They will be sharing information and controlling critical operations across a spectrum we couldn't even fathom a decade ago. But they'll also be enabling a digital world, a connected world with remarkable potential for each and every one of us that can propel us into an exciting future. A future that promises increased efficiency, productivity, and speed, and less mundane work, and more time to ponder, innovate, and share joy. But in this promising future, we will be challenged. After all, the more we connect, the more we're allowing third parties to observe and possibly control us. Here's the hidden and often overlooked reality. As we digitize, we're expanding the ecosystem of third parties who will inevitably impact us, for better or for worse. To thrive in that connected world, we really have to be aware of something relatively basic, the risks of connection, and we need to use those risks to make prudent security choices. You know, as Cisco's Chief Security Officer for its global value chain, I focus every day on ensuring the integrity of our over 1 million products. And I coordinate with about 100,000 third-party partners who are touching those products physically or virtually. Remember, there are going to be 200 billion connected devices out there. Just who or what is touching our stuff? What do I mean by stuff? Things like personal information, your habits, your communications devices, and the things we rely on in everyday life. Things like clothing, medication, and vehicles. Let me share with you some of what goes through my mind as I lie awake at night. And as you can imagine, I lie awake at night every night. Counterfeit. Fake products that look like or act like something they are not. What will those fake products do when they're connected? Will they spy on folks? Will they actually redirect critical business operations? I also worry about malicious failure. Will devices fail to operate because someone is messing with our stuff on purpose? You know what that means. In the business world, we call it a business attack or a denial of service attack. You call it, I need to communicate, my laptop, my tablet, my cell phone won't work. The power grid just went down. Or, worse yet, the connected services of a smart city cease to operate. Have any of you ever been in an airport when the flight systems fail? My mind also wanders to the how. How could somebody who wants to mess with my stuff actually do it? Could they alter the chip when it's being fabricated long before it even gets embedded in my credit card? Could they access my personal information through a trusted third party? Or worse yet, did I inadvertently give my information to an imposter who appeared to be a trusted third party? What about you? What do you worry about in the digital world? I reckon many of you may not be sleeping well tonight. Do you ever think about the risks of those custom applications that allow you to use your mobile device and allow somebody you don't know, who you don't control, to use a mobile device to start or stop your vehicle? When you get in a rental car and you immediately sync your cell phone because we all need to talk while we're driving, do you ever wonder if it's actually downloading the entire contents of your contact directory? And you know we put more in there than just name, phone, and address. We have birthdays because we forget the names of people's spouses. And some of us even put passwords, social security numbers, or bank account numbers. Do you ever ponder if smart thieves, hackers, are leveraging your digital personal assistant in your home to listen? Now remember, your voice is a key to your identity, just like your fingerprint. What might they be listening for? Listen to you talk about passwords, listen to you talk about security codes. You're getting a picture now about the exciting conversation in my house. Or they might listen to you sharing the location of a jewelry safe that you have hidden in your home. Might the manufacturer, in the course of trying to give you a better experience, actually be downloading your voice, saving it, and applying machine learning so that it can learn your unique accent and your voice tones? That could be good, could be bad. We all saw the news last week where one of those devices actually captured a conversation and then graciously sent it to someone in the contacts directory, none of which was intended by the user of the device. Perhaps if it knew the voice tones, that wouldn't have happened. You know, one of my colleagues in South Africa gets all the credit for this story. Her name is Mamo Kekana. She has a great way of talking about, she's a non-security person, but is a great salesperson, selling our security capabilities. And she has a great way of talking about what we call bad software, or security folks call malware, and how it invades our connected devices. She likens it to a cockroach. Imagine you return home one day. It's a long work day, and you're hungry, and you're weary. And as you're putting your groceries away, you're repulsed to see a giant cockroach on your kitchen floor. You immediately start to ask yourself some questions because you're going to develop a plan, but your goal is clear. Get rid of that cockroach in the kitchen and make sure your entire home is cockroach-free. This same approach applies to the heartbeat of the connected world, the software that allows the functionality of our connected devices. Back in your kitchen, you ask yourself, how did this cockroach actually end up in my kitchen? When did it get here? How did it get in? The same is true for malware. How and when did the malware get on or in your connected device? Who did something or failed to do something that allowed you to be infected? Now that you're over the initial reaction of having a cockroach come live with you, you're really thinking a little bit more broadly. I see one cockroach, but I bet there's cockroach babies and family members living in the cracks, right? Just like malware, you might see the impact of a portion of the malware on one device, but you may not see the entire picture yet. Just as you want to know how many cockroaches have come to live with you, you'll want to figure out where else the malware is in your network. Once you've established where the cockroaches are, you're going to start to wonder a couple of things. What are they doing? Are they eating your food? Are they reproducing? Is the malware spreading in your network? A similar analogy, right? It all started perhaps in your connected thermostat, but now it's in your home network router, which connects everything. Will it stop some or all of your mobile connected devices from functioning? After all, the final episode of The Voice is on tonight, and you have to watch it. Well, guess what? Maybe not, if you recorded it on an infected connected device. Perhaps the malware has actually changed your home monitoring settings, and now your personal morning routine is available for viewing by the public on the World Wide Web. I'm guessing that right about now you're questioning that wonderful, exciting future that I just talked about a couple of moments ago. Please don't. Instead, let's explore an essential survival tip for the digital age: balancing and evaluating the risks and benefits of digital devices. Let me share with you something that I found really interesting. It was an advertisement for a digital device that I read the other day. Here's what it said the device could do. It will integrate family member schedules. Excellent. It will share photographs, even better. And if you have a message that you want sent to everyone, you send it once, and it will propagate through the entire family community. Fantastic productivity. You want to guess what that device is? It's a refrigerator. Have you seen the refrigerator of the future? Oh my God, it has the combined allure of caffeine and chocolate. Not only is it bright and shiny and it touts variable temperature compartments, it's actually connected to the internet. But like chocolate and caffeine, it will require a measured and thoughtful approach, one that only humans can undertake. My foodie friends, and I have a lot of them, they talk relentlessly about their connected refrigerators. They're enhanced with sensors and cameras that let you know who's opening it and closing it and what they're putting in and what they're taking out, and more importantly, how long the food has been inside. In my house, we call those things the chilled science experiments in the back of the refrigerator in a Tupperware container. It's been there about 6 months. You open it, it has a fantastic array of rainbow-colored mold. You know, all this insight into your fridge, here's what they tell me: Edna, it can be gleaned right from my mobile device while I'm walking through my local grocery store. Now, let me be honest. I love digital devices, and I like food as much as the next guy. Well, look at me, maybe even more. Would real-time information add productivity to my weekly, what I call food shopping chore? Of course it would, especially since I inevitably find myself on the checkout line. You know what I'm talking about. There's 18 people behind me, there's 2 people in front. I'm sandwiched in. I look down in the cart, I need 3 items for dinner tonight, and they're not there. But living in a connected world makes us step back and say, wait a minute, this is a new approach. Let me think, not judgment, but let me think about the risk and reward analysis. Can I accept the inconvenience of not having milk or eggs for a day or two when I balance them against connecting the refrigerator to my network? I might ask myself, where are those photos of all of the people who are opening and closing my refrigerator being stored? Who has access to them? Better yet, if you have connected medicine inside your refrigerator, are you prepared for that to be the information that a nice hacker is going to hold for ransomware? Or, this happened in my neighborhood. Are you prepared for the pesky 11-year-old whiz kid who lives next door to me, who tried her hacker skills out on a neighbor who lives across the street from me and shut down her freezer for 3 days? Guess who they called? Edna, security, help! Let's remember, she's a great hacker. I'm trying to hire her. She's only 11. Her mother says I have to wait. The fridge is connected to my network and my mobile devices. Do I want to do a cost-benefit analysis on risk and reward? Each of us should be doing that with every single connected device. You know, securely thriving in a connected world clearly is a pressing global challenge, but I'm actually here to encourage you. I think we can tackle it. We can tackle it together as humans. Here's how. Apply what artificial intelligence and quantum encryption and virtual reality and machine learning, which are all fantastic technologies, can't do. Apply your human common sense. Understand a digital device before you use it. How are you going to use the device? A refrigerator's job, after all, is to keep something cold and maybe keep a portion of things frozen. Do you really need to access Facebook while you're standing at the door collecting your fridge water? Consider it. You might say yes. Yes, I do, Edna. Where are you going to use the device? Is it in a controlled environment? Do lots of people have access to it? Do you know who they are? Do you need all the features it provides? And this is the ticket to common sense. Almost every digital device manufacturer puts in controls. Do you know the controls? How many of you know all of the control features in your settings on your mobile phone? Anybody want to raise their hand? I mean all of them. That's what I thought. Use them. If you had a control on the connected fridge that said, I want to shut off the camera, maybe your risk-reward analysis all of a sudden be like, no camera, I'm good with that. No missing 3 items in my cart, I'm excellent with that. Finally, think about how you're managing the device's access to you, your environment, and the information it gathers. You can control that as well. The last thing I want to encourage you to think about with connected devices, and we'll still use the refrigerator if you want, or any connected device, virtually every manufacturer not only gives you controls, but they have a methodology where they'll allow you to update your software. Remember, that's the heartbeat of the connected device. So when there's a security vulnerability and they've fixed it, they can upload a patch to you. Understanding that manufacturer warranty and security commitment is as important as knowing where your local cockroach exterminator is. I think we have an extraordinary opportunity ahead of us. It's an opportunity to reap the life-altering benefits of the connected world safely and securely. You know, connected technology is here for one reason. It's here to serve us, humanity. It doesn't live on its own. To use it wisely, we must think through when, how, and where we use it, and then balance the security risks in connecting it. So the next time you're chasing that shiny new connected object, or you're thinking about the quad play offer that your service provider has just sent you, I don't know, tons of notices I get, and it has a new feature, a feature that's even more extended home monitoring, use your common sense. Weigh with your human advantage the benefits versus the risks. Take control of your digital path. Weigh the risks and benefits to your privacy, your safety, your health, and your well-being. And then join me in innovating and revel with wild abandon in the positive potential of our increasingly connected world.